Tina's Maths. I teach CBSE 10 Maths. This is my sister Tina Lovers. She teaches 8 Maths. Alright, now let's jump into the Today we are going to be learning exercise 4.2 third question. Find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So this is the third question. Okay. So in this third question they had mentioned we are supposed to find two numbers, but unfortunately we don't know the two numbers. Am I right? So first what we are going to do is we are going to be taking, let the first number be x. Okay, of course that is a common thing, we usually do that. So I am going to be taking, let the first number be x, and then we can just go on with the another number. Okay, why? Because here they mentioned two numbers. Okay, so it is two numbers. This is really important. Okay, so now let us write, let the first number be x. So we took, let the first number be x. Alright, so the first number we took it as x. So now as you guys know, I took the first number as x. What about the another number? So we are not going to be taking, let the another number be y. Okay, so you guys might be wondering, most of the sums, almost everything, almost every statement and situation sums like this, we won't use y. Am I right? But we use only the x. We just take, let the first number be x. Likewise in another statement also we just take it as x. We don't take the next statement as y. Okay, am I right? Why? Because in linear equation and all, no, we usually take the y term and the x term as well. Both we just take it together. But here we are not taking y. We are just taking x. Am I right? Why? Because in the quadratic equation, no, we won't do it like that. Okay, then we will not get the perfect answer. Why? Because that is the rule. Okay. So now what I am going to do is, the number, I mean the another number be, we are going to be taking 27 minus x. Okay. So I will explain it, don't get confused. So let the, I mean the another number be 27 minus x. Okay. So here we are not just mentioning let. Okay. Why? Because if we take let means we should write like y, like those stuffs and all. Am I right? Why? Because of course you guys know why do we do the like that. Okay, so first I took, let the first number be x. Okay, so if we know the first number, so here we know the first number, so the first number is x, and the another number we just took it as 27 minus x. Why? Because whose sum is 27. Here you guys might be wondering, we have sum means of course it is add, right? But here I mentioned minus. You guys might be wondering why. So let me just explain it with an example. Okay, then only you can just visualize the concepts. Okay, so first of all, now let me just do it. So there are two sisters. Okay, so there are two sisters. So let me just do it. Okay, so counting on their ages, so both of them adding both of their ages, no, we got 24. Okay, so adding both of the ages. Okay, so this sister and this sister. Okay, both of the ages, when we add we get 24. Okay, so in that one sister, you can just take sister number 1. In that one sister's age is 14. Okay, this is one sister's age. Okay, so one sister's age is 14, but we don't know the second sister's age. Am I right? So we don't know the second sister's age. For that, what we just do is we just multiply we just subtract it. Okay, I'm really sorry guys, we are supposed to subtract it. Okay, so we just subtract 24 minus the first sister's age, that is 14. Okay, so when we just subtract it we get 10. Am I right? Then the second sister's age is 10. Likewise we are just doing this also. Okay, so we know the first number, but we don't know the another number. For that we just subtract it with the 27. Okay, why? Because here they had mentioned 27, then it will be easy for us to find the another number. Okay, so likewise I just found it. Okay, so if you guys want to explain it again means, let me just explain. Okay, so there are two sisters. So these two sisters, now when we just add their ages, total age we got 24. Okay, so total age we got 24, as you guys know. So in that, first sister's age is 14. Okay, the first sister's age is 14, but we don't know the second sister's age. It was in a question mark. Am I right? So how we just found this? We just subtracted 24 minus 14. Okay, so we just got this 24 just by adding both of their ages. Am I right? So in that, if you want to find the second sister's age, we just subtract it with the first sister's age. Okay, that's why when we just subtract 24 minus 14, we got 10. That means the second sister's age is 10. We just subtracted it by 24 minus 14. Okay, so this is really easy to find it. Okay, so if you know the total number, so here this is the total number. So total number, and if we have at least a single number, at least one number, when we just subtract it, we will get to know the another number. Okay, so likewise it is easy to find it. Okay, so here we know the first number, but we don't know the another number. It was in a question mark. Am I right? It was in a question mark. So what we just did is we just subtracted with 27 minus x. Why? Because we know one number, that is x, but we don't know the another number. So when we just subtract it only, we will get to know the another number. So that's why I subtracted 27 minus x. Okay, so don't get confused just because of the sum. So here they are just mentioned sum just because like this only. When we just do the sum, we will get the answer. That's why they are mentioning this sum. Okay, not the plus sum. Okay, don't get confused in that. Why we wrote 27 minus x. When we just subtract it only, we will get to know the another number. That is a simple way. Okay, so simple explanation. Okay, so now let us move on to the next statement. So until here we just found the values and those stuffs and all, and then we have and product is 182. Product means of course it is multiplication. So what are we going to multiply? We are going to be multiplying the first number and the another number. Okay, so when we just multiply, we got, in the question they mentioned, it is 182. Alright, so now let us multiply them. Why? Because here it's mentioned product. So when we just multiply it, I mean when we just product them, we got 182. Okay, so we shall write is equal to 182. So now what we are going to do is we are going to be multiplying them. Okay, so of course it is really easy to multiply since we solved the exercise 4.1. okay, so we are going to be multiplying this x with 27 and this x with minus x as well. Okay, why? Because we are supposed to do it like that. So now let us multiply them. So first x into 27 is 27x. Alright, so x into x is x square, and here we have minus. So plus and minus is, I mean plus into minus is minus. Okay, we are supposed to multiply the signs as well. Why? Because it's in the bracket, and then is equal to 182 as it is. Okay, now let us write 27x minus x square as it is. So when we get this 182 to the left side, I mean left side, it changes into minus 182. Okay, and is equal to 0. So here it is not in the order wise, so we shall write it in the order wise, that is minus x square, and here we have plus 27x, that is the x term, and then at last but not the least, the constant term. Okay, so finally we got an equation. But here something is odd. Of course, whatever we do, whatever things we solve, will have a problem in that. Am I right? So we are supposed to solve that problem. So here the problem is we have minus sign at the first. So here this x square has minus, but in the quadratic equation we are not supposed to have minus at first. Okay, in case if we have minus, we are supposed to take it as common and then we are supposed to solve it. Okay, so now let us solve it by taking the minus common. Okay, right guys, so as you guys know, we have minus sign at first, so we are going to be taking that minus as common. Okay, so now let us take the minus as common, and then we are going to be multiplying the values I mean we are going to be multiplying especially the signs. Okay, whatever we do, we should get the above values. Okay, that's all. The simple thing is we should get the above values, the same sign and the same value. Okay, so already we took minus as common around here. So here we are supposed to get minus x square. Am I right? That means if we do plus x square only, we will get minus x square. Why? Because minus and plus is minus into plus is minus x square. So we got the above value. Next one we have plus 27x. So here it is plus. So already we have minus outside. So we can just write minus 27x. Why? Because minus into minus is plus. Then we got the above value, that is plus 27x. And then we have minus 182. So here already we have minus right over here. So here also we have minus. So when we just write plus 182, then we will get minus 182. Why? Because minus into plus is minus, and then of course it is 182, and then is equal to 0. Alright. So of course they are in the bracket. So now we are going to be taking these values off from the bracket. So when we just take it off from the bracket, no need to care about this minus. Okay. So now let us write x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Alright, so now we can just solve this equation. Of course it is really easy to solve it. So now let us solve it. Okay. So first of all we are supposed to multiply the first term and the last term. Okay, like this. Okay. So now let us write the a value. So what is the a value? So the a value, it is 1. And what is the b value? So the b value is minus 27. And what is the c value? And the c value is plus 182. Alright. So we are supposed to multiply the first value and the last value. So we just multiply, we get 182. So now what is the rule? So we are supposed to take the factors of 182. Since it is a big number, what we are going to do is we are going to be taking the factors by using a method. Okay, it's really easy to do. So you had already solved this. Okay, so we are going to be taking factors by doing like this. Okay, so 182. So first of all, as you guys know, we are supposed to use the second table. So we get 18 in second table, that is 9 2s are 18, and we have 2. So 1 2s are 2. Now we have 91. So here we can't just take 2 table. Why? Because when you just look at that number only, you can just understand. Am I right? So we can just take 3 table. Okay. So 3 3s are 9. So we can't just do with 3 table also. So guys, if you just try it with the 3 table also, we can't just do it. So if you try with other tables also, we can't do it. But when you just try it with the 7 table, we can just solve it. Okay. So 1 7 is 7, and remaining we have 2. Of course, we do get 21 in 7 table, that is 7 3s are 21. So here now we got 13. So since you guys know 13 is a prime factor, so we are supposed to do it with 13. Okay, so 113 is 13. So now what we are going to do is we are going to be finding the factors. How? Of course you guys know, first we are supposed to take these two values and this value. Okay, of course this is a single value, no need to put this also, I am sorry for that. So 7 2s are, it is 14, and 13 nothing, that's all, 13. Okay, so now we are supposed to subtract or add this factors, but whatever we do, we should get the middle number, that is minus 27. The minus is also really important, because it matters. Okay, so when you just multiply 14 into 13, we get 182. When we just multiply, of course we get 182, but when you just subtract or add it, we should get the middle number, that is minus 27. Okay, so now let us subtract or add it. So 14, we shall just add it first. So when we just add it, we get 27. Am I right? So as you guys know, we got 27, but here we need minus 27. Minus is also really important, that is a sign. Am I right? So what we are going to do is we are going to be doing minus 14 minus 13. Okay, like this means we can just add it as well as we will get the minus 27. How? So let me just solve it. So minus and minus is plus. So when we just add 14 plus 13, we get 27. Am I right? So since you guys know we got 27 here, which is the greatest number. So here the greatest number is 14, which is minus sign. So it is minus 27. So finally we got minus 27. So instead of minus 27, we are going to be putting these values. Okay. So since you guys know minus 14 minus 13, we got minus 27. Okay, so now instead of minus 27, we are going to be writing these values. Okay, so first of all, let's write x square as it is. So x square, and here we have minus 27x. X is also really important. So here instead of minus 27, I'm going to be writing 13 and 14. First let us write 13, then it will be easy for us when we just take it as common. Okay, so you can just check it out. Whether if we take 14 as at first, it will be wrong. Okay, so we won't get the answer correctly. So when we just take 13 at first, it will be easy for us to solve it also. So we shall write minus 13, and then here we can just write x, since we have x here, and then we can just write minus 14, here also x. Okay, why? Because when we just solve them only, we will get minus 27. So here the minus 27 has x, am I right? So this x belongs to minus 13 as well as minus 14, and then plus 182 as it is equal to 0. So now let us take the values as common. Okay, so this one and this one. So first of all, in the first one here, which is the common value, so here the common value is x, so x, and then we are supposed to multiply with the number in which we should get the above values. Whatever, no matter what, we should get the above values. Okay, so x into x is x square, and here we have minus 13x. So since we have x outside, so we can just write minus 13. Why? Because x into minus 13 is minus 13x. So here we have minus 14x plus 182. Here we can just take the first sign, that is minus, and 14 also we can just take it as common, or because everything is different. Am I right? So we don't have any common value, so we just take the first value. So we just took the first number, that is minus 14, and then we are going to multiply with the value in which we should get the above values. So minus 14 into x is minus 14x. Now we have plus 182. So since you guys know 14 into 13, we got 182. Am I right? So we are going to be writing minus 14 into minus 13. Okay, why did I write minus 13? Well, because minus into minus is plus, and then 14 into 13 is 182, and then bracket is equal to 0. So now we have x minus 13, and here also we have x minus 13. Alright, so we can just take it as common. So now let us take it as common, that is x minus 13. So here also we have value, so we can just take that also common, x minus 14 is equal to 0. So of course they are in brackets, that is really important. So now we can just take it off from the bracket, then it is x minus 13 is equal to 0. Here it is x minus 14 is equal to 0. So here x is equal to minus 13. When it comes to the right side, it changes into plus 13, and here when minus 14 comes to the right side, it changes into plus 14. So finally we got the x value. That means we got to know the two numbers. Am I right? So once again, so what are the two numbers? That is 13 and 14. Am I right? So if you guys want to write, the two numbers are, so I am just writing it here. Okay, I don't have space. So the two numbers are 13 and 14. Alright, so these are the two numbers. So this is since the two numbers are 13 and 14. Okay, so this is the last final answer. So after finding the x, we are supposed to write it like this. Okay, so if you guys are getting confused with this, let me just show this by looking at the question. Okay, so the two values are 13 and 14. Okay, remember this. So according to the question, they just told find the two numbers. So we just found the two numbers, that is 13 and 14. Am I right? So whose sum is 27. So now sum means, of course, it is plus. Okay, so whose sum? So 13 plus 14, we get 27. So according to the question, we got 27, but the product is 182. So when we just multiply 13 into 14, we get 182. As per the question, we got it. Am I right? So this is the logic reason. Am I right? So we just found out. Am I right? So likewise, if you just visualize the concept and when you just look at the question, they are similar. Am I right? So as per the question, when we just found the two numbers, when we just add them, we get 27. When we just multiply them, we get 182. So likewise, we got it. Am I right? So when we just added them, we got 27. When we just multiply them, we got 182 as per the question. Okay, we just solved it.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any doubt, you can comment me in the comment section. You can find my videos in the playlist. You can also find my sister Tina's videos in the playlist. Catch you in the next video. Bye.